Deep, deep at the bottom of the sea, I spy with my divine eye the Nine of Swords. Scorpio energy. Our sun is in the zodiac sign Scorpio. Deep, deep waters. Do you hear me? Aquarius is our moon zodiac sign today as a collective. And so there's an integration with that Scorpio water sign, deep intuition, and that Aquarius wind sign, air sign, sword sign. Okay? So there's an integration going on, and I've been getting downloaded with messages from our divine army today, and so I've been doing some writing, and I'm going to read to you the message that I wrote from our divine army for the collective, which is us, because our sun is in Scorpio with the integration of Aquarius being our moon. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you what you can do. You can like this video, you can share this video, you can comment below and let me know how it resonates with you. Okay, that will encourage me, and it can also encourage those who do happen to read the comment section. You can subscribe if you feel my vibe, or you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Guess what I got today? A bell. All right. And so let me just play the singing bowl real quick just to see if there's any healing that needs to be released into our vortex in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Ashe. Now y'all know already the reason why I like to say Ashe, because it is the power to make things happen. We want that healing to happen, Captain. Okay? So let me just pray real quickly. Almighty breasted one, Mommy God, Father of the heavenly lights, where every good and perfect gift comes from. We want to thank you today for blessing us with no painful toil, no sorrow, and no harmful causations. We thank you for our Christ consciousness and for giving us your angels charge to lead us and guide us in the ways that we shall go, and to counsel us with your loving eye. Ashe. Okay, so I want to begin reading what the message is that our divine army wanted us to hear today. Okay, so we are in the sun sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, you are a deep, intuitive, emotional sign. Okay, and your treasures are the pearls of great price found at the bottom of the sea. Your zodiac message for us today is: stop trying to make sense of why you feel the way you feel. Trust the feelings that your intuition is rising up in this season. With those feelings come a message from the ascended masters of your higher self on whether you should fight or flight, stay or run away, wait or take the bait. Scorpio, you are an emotional thinker. Now that the collective is in your sun energy, all of our enlightenment is coming from the sun energy of the zodiac sign Scorpio. So you are not alone in going through that energy while we're in the sun sign Scorpio, and that is lasting for a month. So you are not alone. Okay, we are participating with you, beloved. Okay, so the double-edged truth is going to set us free, and those we're interceding for. The enlightenment we get is going to cause us to make up or break up. For some of us, we are going to be in an emotional headspace, crying tears, because we are intercessors from our tears to God's ears. Your pain is not your own, and your tears are being bottled, shook, and poured out as an anointing. And our divine army wants us to know as a collective that during this time that our sun is in the energy of Scorpio, it is a good idea to use frankincense and myrrh. You can use it in tea. You can burn it. You can burn some frankincense and myrrh incense if you like. But it is frankincense and myrrh that is going to help us through this season of Scorpio being in our sun energy. Our divine army also wants us to know that we shouldn't feel like we are wasting time or energy crying out physical tears or emotional non-physical tears. You are a magical being. We are magical beings. And your tears are living and active. If your thoughts about a person is keeping you up at night, that's okay. Do the work. If it's distracting you from task, that's okay. Stop with the task and do the spiritual work. God hears your tears. From your tears to God's ears. Your tears intercede with the lamentations of your heart regarding setting the captives free from sorrow, from harm, from pain. Okay? If you need to be set free, although you are interceding for someone else, then beloved, your divine army, our divine army that God has given charge over us, wants us to know that we have not been forgotten during this process. Do not despise the spiritual journey of your tears, the physical tears and non-physical tears also. The Nine of Swords, you are in an emotional head space. Nine of Swords. That's the message that came with the Nine of Swords today, and the integration of Scorpio energy, sun, and Aquarius energy in our moon. All right? So I believe I've mentioned everything that our divine army has given us so far. Let me begin using the tools of Tarot and Oracle to see if there's any confirmation or added increase. Okay? So let's see. Gonna begin shuffling. Thank you for this message. Thank you for guiding us and leading us in the ways that we shall go and counseling us with your loving eye. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, we have the Three of Swords, we have the Magician. Wow, what confirmation. And we have the Knight of Wands. OMG. Okay, so we have the Hierophant just reminding us that the work that we are doing with our emotional lamentations, okay, it's a righteous work. It is our divine purpose to integrate our sun energy of Scorpio and our wind energy or air energy of Aquarius, okay, to do this spiritual work, interceding for those that we may be crying for. And what I've been getting today is a vision of us just, thinking about things, thinking about people, and thinking about things, and thinking about events, and thinking about how what people have been going through caused them to create self-harm, or cause ourselves to create self-harm or sabotage ourselves or whatever. And we feel like it's a waste of time sitting here crying over spilt milk already. And it's not the energy of crying over spilt milk. You are going deep into those waters, those sacred waters where you have hidden emotions about situations and events in your life and the lives of others. You're digging that stuff up. You're allowing it to come up and create an atmosphere for healing, okay? We have things that broke our heart in the past. We have the, what do you call it? The Three of Swords, okay? Things that broke our heart. We're starting to think about things that broke our heart. We're starting to think about things that broke other people's heart. We're starting to think about our actions that caused someone else's heart pain. We're starting to think about how in the past someone else's actions caused us pain. And we're like, man, why am I not moving on from this? And you can't move on from something that's buried. Okay, you have to unbury it. You have to deal with it. Okay, and your divine army is just letting you know that this is how you're dealing with it. These emotions are coming up so that you can intercede through the lamentations of your heart. Okay, and we have the Magician that's confirming that this is what's happening. We are doing the work. We are doing the work to heal from past pain that we have buried deep, deep down into Olokun's waters, okay? Deep, deep down into those sacred waters where no one is allowed to go, even ourselves. But right now, you're in the energy where you gotta go there, okay? You can't help it. You can't help the thoughts that's coming to your mind. You can't help the thoughts that's keeping you up at night. You can't help the thoughts that's interrupting your flow. Okay, and it's going to continue to interrupt your flow until you do the work by allowing yourself to cry out for that person and for self. Allowing yourself to tear up, okay, for the intercessory prayer that's needed to set the captives free from heartbreak, okay? And we have the Knight of Wands just letting us know that this is just letting us know that this is the action that we need to take from within. We are going from within our own deep waters, okay, to pull up those emotions that we have buried so that we can do the spiritual work needed, okay, to set the captives free and heal those hearts that were broken, okay, or wounded. So yes, that's definitely confirmation. I love it when I get a message from our divine army during the day, and then I come and pull and shuffle some cards, and they fall out the way that they do, confirming and adding increase to what's already been said. So let's put that aside, and like I said, I've been feeling led to receive messages from my regular playing deck after it's been charging with the rest of the decks. I did not consciously do that. I just put it with the rest of the decks, and I noticed that they have been charged and calling me with messages. Okay, I have been channeling messages from these cards somehow. Okay, so let's see what message we have here. If nothing flips out, I'm just going to allow my higher self to choose or pick 3 cards. Okay, that's been my instruction. Okay. We have the Ace of Clubs. Wow. The Ace of Clubs, the Ace of Hearts. So the Ace of Clubs represent the wands, the Ace of Wands. And so the wands represent travel, it represents action, it represents fire. And so this is just saying that we are given this action that we're taking as far as going deep in those waters and tearing up, speaking the language of tears, okay, in order to set the captives free. We're taking the action to free ourselves from heartbreak so that we can receive a new cup, so that we can receive a new heart. And when I say receive a new heart, I don't mean that you're getting rid of your old heart because it's broken and it's wounded. I mean that you are healing the old heart to the point where it becomes new again. Okay? And so, yes, you're doing the work. And you're called to take action and do this work. You're called to stop what you're doing and just cry. And just whimper. And just allow your heart to lament for past pain that was caused to others, maybe by you or someone else, or that was caused to you in the past by someone else. Okay, and this is a process of forgiveness too, because as you release the tears, forgiveness begins a work in you, through you, and around you. Okay, we had the Magician card a minute ago. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords, and 10 of Spades, which reminds me of the 10 of Swords. Okay, so that means that to me, that's just confirming that what you are doing in this season is setting the captives free by the integration of the energy of the Scorpio being in the sun and the Aquarius being in our moon. Okay, so that's the message from that. Let's see if we have any more confirmation or increase regarding this subject matter. I'm going to do my Mystic Rebel deck. Shuffle it. Y'all see I'm shuffling these cards. They wasn't just sitting here and planned out. Move through the fear. Okay? Sometimes we are afraid to stop and take the time to think about the past because we think that it's gonna bind us there. We think that, we're afraid that we're gonna be addicted to that pain like we must have been in the past, which is why we buried it. We're afraid that if we allow these emotions to come up from past hurt, that is going to paralyze us in our present energy. Okay, and so your divine army is saying, have no fear, because this is something that needs to be done for such a time as this. Okay, worthiness and receptivity we have. So remember we said that it's not a waste of time. Sometimes, we get to a point where we thinking about, for example, an old relationship where someone hurt us so bad that we decided we don't even want to think about that person no more. We don't want to give them the time and emotional energy it takes to think about them and how they hurt us. Forget about them. Forget about them. You know what I'm saying? Some of us use the F word, F them. You know what I'm saying? And so your divine army is saying, nah, we're not doing that. We got to go back and think about the person that we forgot about because we thought that they were not worthy. And we have to receive, okay, the message of healing that comes with our tears, okay, that comes with us actually grieving over what they have done to us. Okay, and how they made us feel. Our battle is not against flesh and blood, so we don't want to hold a grudge against the person. We want to come against that spirit of harm that attached itself to that person in order to cause us harm. And how we deal with that is we take the guilt off of that person, we take the charge off of that person, and we begin to release the tears with the intention of setting the captives free, whether it be us or whether it be somebody that we held captive to the pain that we caused them. Okay? You are worth the tears, and they are worth the tears. Because it's a spiritual work that needs to happen for such a time as this. Wow. You are on the right path. So this Nine of Swords energy, the integration of Scorpio and Aquarius, okay? You being an emotional thinker right now, thinking about the past and feeling emotional about it, it's okay. You are on the right path. now is the time to allow your heart to lament for the pain that you have caused others in the past and the pain that they have caused you in the past. Okay? Because without that healing taking place, you will never be able to bring yourself in alignment with your divine purpose. Bring yourself in alignment with success that has no painful toil, no harmful causation, okay, and no sorrow, right? Serendipity. And this is going to, as serendipity, let's see. That's the way the card looks. Serendipity. And so basically, as above, so it is below. As within, so it is without. Okay? And so when you bring out those emotions, okay, you're releasing. And this is causing a release of your blessings from heaven. Okay? From without. This is causing you to attract the desirable things that you want to have. Okay? It's a cause and effect. That healing process is going to cause you to just be in alignment with your divine right. Okay? Be in alignment with your divine purpose and be in alignment with the abundance that comes along with your pure purpose. Okay? Express, create, and express. So the numerical message of this is basically, it's the card number is 20. Create and express. Okay, so a part of that process of you healing, okay, and setting the captives free with your tears, you may be able to cry through your music. You may be able to cry through dance. You may be able to cry through some type of expression that doesn't have to necessarily consist of literal tears falling from your eyes. Okay? Express the limitations of your heart in the creative way. That is also okay. You are being divinely supported in that process. You are not alone. You are not alone because your divine army is with you on this and participating with you on this. You are not alone because your body is participating with you on this, pushing it forward. You are not alone because guess what? Our sun is in Scorpio energy and our moon is in Aquarius energy. So this message is for the collective. So Scorpios is not the only ones out here crying, all right? Being heard by their tears, okay? Praying a language of tears to set the captives free. We are all in this energy because we all need to be doing this together. God bless us, everyone. There is only God. Worry not. Stand your ground and return to nature. All right, so however you return to nature, however you get grounded, you're getting grounded into your emotions, okay? Getting grounded into how you feel, locking in and tapping into your body and how you feel, okay? So that you can complete the grieving process that is going to set the captives free, whether it be you or the ones you're being used to intercede for. And I don't like to say being used, but it's a habit, you know. It's in a good way though, okay? So, last but not least, I am going to use my Archangel Metatron deck and see what comes out. I'm bumping into things. Wagwan. Self-love and nurture. Okay, so during this time of grieving and interceding for others, don't forget to take care of your body, take care of yourself, love up on yourself, validate yourself, validate the reason why you feel that you feel for others, okay, even against others, so that you can move past it. This is what you're doing to take care of yourself first. Okay, you know how they say forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's for you. But because it's for you, once you're made whole in this forgiveness, once you are set free, okay, then you will be able to love them and forgive them, and it will also be for them. You being an intercessor at this time, for such a time as this, is not only going to heal and make you whole, but it's going to heal and make those whole around you, or make those whole that you are being called to intercede for. Okay? Go with the flow. Pedal on. Go with the flow. Paddle on. And you see, it's a boat in the ocean. Okay? Water. Okay, so go with the flow. Don't try to stop the tears. Don't try to stop your expression, your emotional expression. Go with the flow and let it happen, okay? And as you let it happen, it's not going to be a hard transition. But if you work against it, then the transition is going to be very hard, because we are in such a time as this where we are being called to intercede with the lamentations of our heart, intercede with our tears, intercede with our expressions of sorrow. Okay? We are being called to do this, and it is up to us whether we want to answer the call with a yes or a no. If you answer the call with a yes and go with the flow and let it happen, then it will be an easy, the yoke is easy and the burden is light. So it will be an easy yoke and a light burden. But if your answer is no, then you're going to have to go through that same process, because you can't stop it. All right, you're going to have to go through that same process, but it's going to be tumultuous for you. Okay, so let's see if anything else comes out. Codependency, key to freedom. Okay, codependency, key to freedom. And I'm not sure what this card would mean in any other reading, but in this reading, this is telling me that your willingness to say yes, to intercede for others, okay, is your key to freedom. That is going to unlock your freedom and the freedom of those who caused you harm, and the freedom of those you have caused harm to in the past. It's time to stop being codependent, okay, on that person's pain, or codependent on the fact that you have caused that person pain. It's time. You're tied to them with a lock. You see how that lock is tying them together? Until you do this work, this spiritual work of lamentation, you are locked to that person, and the only key that's going to unlock your unhealthy connection to that person is going to be allowing the process to grieve, allowing yourself to pray the prayer that is only prayed with your tears, whether it's expressed with water coming from your eyes to represent the flow and the let go and the setting of the captives free, or it's going to be expressed through music or some other creative way. Okay, so that is a blessing. Listen, pick up these pearls and rock them, beloved. Don't trample them, and have a blessed day. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I want to thank those who have subscribed already. We soul family, we kindred, we kinfolk, we're a spiritual family, and we're in this together. I appreciate you. Okay? Have a blessed day. Till next time.